Hello everybody, I'm Troy Collins and welcome to something fresh, new and innovative. My show. You know, I want to spot something different right off the bat here just to let you know I'm thinking of you here. You know, in the beginning you might hear something like, "Welcome to my show starring Troy Collins." I realize that voice is very obnoxious and that offends me. Besides, if anybody's going to be obnoxious in this studio, it's going to be me, basically. So you're saying, so what kind of show do we have here? You might be looking at me and saying, hey, there's a fresh young buck. Do we finally have a spokesperson for Generation X? No. I don't need the responsibility of a whole generation. That's sort of Generation X right there, isn't it? Next you might say, well, maybe we have the flip side to Oprah Winfrey. I don't think so. No. Besides, my weight doesn't fluctuate that much. I just couldn't do that. It wouldn't be right. Well, seriously, what kind of show do I have? Well, it's the kind of show you want. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm going to show you the set, where the audience sets, the guest will set, where everything happens, before it happens. I'm not going to try to force feed you entertainment. I'm going to let you know it's coming, sort of like here's the plane, because I care for you that much. Now, you might notice from the beginning there that fresh new graphic coming up with my name on it. It gets me all bubbly and everything, and it's a little embarrassing because I'm by myself. Except I do that a lot, and that's another story, and I don't even want to talk about that, okay? But what I do want to do is go right back to the monitor there and show a few of my graphics that I'm going to put up to some of my specials later on in the season. See, I'm showing it to you before it happens. Let's have a look, shall we? Well, folks, there's just 2 of my upcoming specials. Are you hooked yet? I think that you are. Now, something just for me. Why? Because it's my show. Check this out. Check it out. I love when it does that. I love when it does that. You know, back in the old days, they had a burning bush. Well, mine can spell. Gonna have to disappoint you, though. You know what? I have kept with the theme of other talk shows, and I have co-hosts. However, a little twist in that. I'd like to welcome my co-hosts, Chef Bubba and Antonio.
And thank you very much for this opportunity, Mr. Troy Collins. And you folks, I bet you're wondering right off the bat what kind of cooking credentials I got. Well, I'll tell you, I cooked at the Golden Skillet, the Dixie Pig, KFC, just to name a few. You give me a quart of lard, I'll make it happen. Boy, that's good stuff. Binding too, ain't it? I'll tell you what, folks, and after I get it done, I give it on out over there to Tony. He carts it on out there, and you'll taste it, and is your taste buds gonna go on a magic carpet ride? I'm telling you, it's gonna. Talk to him, Tony. Tell him about it.
The name is Antonio, you big pile of a stench, you. Hi, I'm Antonio. I'd like to thank Troy Collins for giving you the opportunity to be served by me, Antonio. As the show progresses, I hope that it develops into a couple show. A couple of women here, a couple of women there, a couple of women everywhere. Because Antonio was born to serve you. Maybe you did not quite understand me. Come closer. Closer still. Antonio was born to serve you. You caught me. You caught me. No, I'm not feeling up chairs. That's not my thing. However, if I were feeling up chairs, these would be the one. What I am doing, though, is I'm planting my peanut-like butt in each and every one of these chairs individually, because these will be your chairs, the audience chairs, right here. Now, if I sit in them and I don't like them, they're gone. For instance, a couple rows down, I found a little bit of gum underneath a few seats. You could just scrape them off. Not me. They're kindling, baby. Get out of here. Gone. Not going to do it. I wouldn't sit in it. I wouldn't tolerate it. So you're not going to tolerate it either. That's just the way I am. Now, a couple other new things we have here. Now, when you go to other talk shows, they kind of just give you a chair. That's about it. Not me. Not me. I believe this is sort of like an extravaganza, kind of like a movie, a premiere. You know, you go to a movie, you get popcorn, Coke, anything you want, sometimes even nachos at select theaters near you. Here, we like to do the same thing for you, because that's just the way we are. We like to be there for you. We get our food prepared by Bubba and served to you by Antonio. What do we have on the menu, you ask? Well, to tell you a little bit more about that is Chef Bubba. Chef Bubba?
Well, folks, we got ham hocks, chitlins, ribs, chicken, anything you can think of, I can cook it. When in doubt, barbecue it. That's what I always say, because I like to keep my kitchen really hot, because it's too hot. Too hot, lady. You gotta run for shelter. You gotta run for shade. Talent, ain't it?
My goodness, a cow pie with a voice. Did you drive your 18-wheeler to work this morning, or did you take a cab?
18-wheeler? No, boy. Folks, I got a flatbed Ford I like to call Dixie. You know what, boy? You got a pretty mouth.
Folks, don't you just love my co-hosts? And think about this, as the season progresses, chemistry's only going to get better. Only going to get better. You know, folks, what I want to do now is I want to make you comfortable with my home. When I first came here, it took me a little while to get it home. It's going to take you a little while, too. So why don't I start by showing you around a little bit. Right over here, we have some nice shrubbery. Oh, look, we have some visitors. Aren't they just gorgeous? Aren't they just gorgeous? Well, they visit from time to time. No, they don't. I kind of egg them on a little bit with a little treat. Here you go, boys. Here you go. Woo! Gosh, aren't they just so cute? Next, we have a bookshelf here. Now, you'll say, oh, everyone has a bookshelf. If you go closer on their shows, you'll realize that it's just painted cardboard. Ours, real books. Check them out. Real books, real books. If you want to write, you can do it right here. Next, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the neighborhood, huh? Check this out. Oh, it's beautiful outside, and what a safe neighborhood. Drop on by. It's okay. Now, as you've noticed, the guest chair is empty. You've noticed that because I told you. Well, however, I think it's very important that you know how I interact with the guests. After all, I'm going to be asking the questions that you'd like to ask, therefore getting the responses you want to hear. Now, I can't ask the questions because there's no one to ask the questions to, obviously. But what I can do is show you some of my reactions that I might have to their responses. Let's go ahead and have a look at this, shall we? Well, folks, unfortunately, we're out of time for this week. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Who we kidding? I know it was even better. Second of all, I'd like to thank our co-hosts, Chef Bubba and Antonio.
Thank you, Mr. D. Troy Collins, and thank you, folks. Y'all come on by and I'll cook you something up real special, okay now? Say goodbye to the folks, Tony.
I told you the name was Antonio, you a big pile of a donkey of dung. Please don't leave me alone with this. Please stop by. Please.